Hello, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video I'm about to show you is a replay of a live Qigong class which I taught this morning via Zoom. I'll be teaching these classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week for the duration of COVID-19 and until I can get back into my face-to-face acupuncture and Chinese medicine clinics. This video is suitable for those of you who are beginners and also anyone who might have a little bit more advanced Qigong training. I hope you enjoy it, and if you'd like to join me for the live classes, then please click the link which is next to this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then so you don't miss future videos that I upload here, just hit the red subscribe button. The lesson today is more just putting everything together that you've been learning in the last few live classes. This is the last live Tuesday class. So I want to give you an idea in this class of what it feels like to really allow that sense of Qi flow to take place. And so what you're looking for today is not so much focusing on the exact position of the movements or the exact getting the movements right, but more to do with experiencing that lovely flow. So if you're not quite sure about the movement, don't worry about it. Just relax into it, release any tension, and really just go with the flow and see how things go. So today I will be doing so much teaching. I'll just be leading you from one exercise into the next. So there will be silences in between where you can just focus on your own breathing and your own relaxation. So just to get started then, we'll be in the Qigong stance, and if you have a chair and you want to sit down at any point, you can always bring a chair in for some of the exercises as well. So just checking your Qigong stance so you know what to do with this. So feet shoulder width distance apart, little bend in the knees, tailbone tucked under, nice relaxed shoulders and arms, lengthen the back of the neck, tucking the chin back towards the throat. And close your eyes. Close the mouth. The tip of the tongue is resting against the back of the upper teeth. The body of the tongue resting against the roof of your mouth. And settling into your breathing now. Breathing in and out through the nose. As you breathe in, the belly expands. As you breathe out, the belly shrinks. And beginning with the breathing and this idea of flow, ensure that as much as possible, you're allowing the breath to be smooth and soft and silent, not forcing anything, just watching the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Observing the breath, the qualities of the breath. Is it fast or slow, deep or shallow, silent or noisy? And does it feel as though it's very easy and open and free-flowing, or is there any obstruction or narrowing in the pathways of your breathing, either in or out? And closing your eyes now if they're not closed already. Bringing your awareness next to your body. So just scanning down slowly from your head all the way down to your toes. And as you do that, if you come across any areas of tension or holding in the muscles, as you move through this scan, then just spend a few breaths, especially focusing on the exhalation, and tell yourself as you exhale, relax in that area. Allow that area of tension to soften. I'll give you a couple of minutes to work from head to toe with your eyes closed. And once you've completed the scan from head to toe, bring your mind back to the breath, breathing in and out of Dantian. And now to experience the flow, we're going to work with the circles exercises that you've done before, circling in the moving the palms in the 4 directions to encourage the movement of chi in the 4 directions, and then working with the circles forward from Dantian. So both of those are in live lesson replays that you can find on the website. So just follow along with me, one hand on top of the other, and then just moving the arms out, palms facing the sky or the ceiling, encouraging that outward flow of chi, then up. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, far away from your ears. If the arms reach shoulder level, encourage the chi come in, and then drop the shoulders, the elbows, palms facing each other, and encouraging the chi in a downward direction. And if you're familiar with this movement, you may want to close your eyes now, and let's work with a few more. The slower you go, the more you'll enjoy that lovely sense of flow. So remember, with these movements, we're only creating the conditions by which the chi can be lovely and open and free-flowing. So if you don't have this full range of movement, if you have an injury to the shoulder or the elbow, and you can't lift the hands or turn the hands and the arms in this manner, you just go as far as you can go without being in pain. But whatever that movement is for you, as much as you can, enjoy the relaxation and the flow of this movement. So it's not a stop and start as you move from one direction to the other. It's a continuous flow. Just enjoying that relaxation. Bringing a smile to the corners of your mouth. And not forgetting to breathe into your belly. A couple more of these circles. And observing really what's happening. Rather than making anything happen, it's almost as though you're standing outside your own body. You're watching what you're doing from the outside. Observing any sensations that you feel in the arms or the hands, in the whole of the rest of the body. Enjoying that lovely wave breath as it enters and leaves Dantian. One more circle. And from this circling action, we're going to go straight into the other circles, which are forwards from Dantian. So from here now, backs of the hands, leading this movement, just leaning forwards from the waist, and then palms coming together, drawing the chi back in towards Dantian. And again, and forwards, and again, only going to your own comfortable extent of movement with this. If your movement is really tiny, it doesn't matter as long as it feels relaxed and flowing. Not thinking about anything really to do with where the chi is flowing. Just enjoying this lovely, relaxed movement. You don't have to make the chi go anywhere. You're just creating the conditions by which it can flow for itself. It can naturally just reorder itself. So not too much thinking involved. The only thinking you're doing is really just observing all the interesting sensations which might be happening in your hands or anywhere in the rest of the body. Just being as calm and relaxed as possible. Let the hands come forward here, almost like you're moving them through melted chocolate or honey. Feeling the backs of the hands in contact with the air. And then the palms facing each other and back towards Dantian. Like you're swimming through melted chocolate. I'm just working with a couple more now. And experiment for yourselves between how you feel when your eyes are open and how you feel when you do this with your eyes closed. There's also an eye position called half open, half closed, where you're just looking down towards the ground with a very soft focus. And that's a really useful way to be if you're a bit nervous about closing your eyes, but you want to maintain a lovely, relaxed state of mind. Just having that gentle downward gaze enables you to enter a lovely, relaxed state. Do one more, and then straight from here, we're going to move into holding the hands just in front of Dantian, palms facing. Close your eyes and think of the pathway from Dantian up through the center of the chest, dividing into two at the shoulders, and this lovely open pathway of chi flow running down the arms and into the hands. Thinking of the pathway again from Dantian up through the body, down through the shoulders, the arms, the wrists into the hands. And one more time. From Dantian up through the center of the chest, into the shoulders, down through the arms, into the hands. And again, you can have the eyes open or closed for this. We're going to work with the chi ball exercise. So now, thinking about the palms of your hands. You may experience some sensations already, like tingling, or heaviness, or coolness, or warm. And that's because you've been working with the circles exercises already to open up the channels of chi flow. So the circles exercises lead very nicely into this method of working with the chi ball. So when you breathe out, the hands come apart. When you breathe in, the hands are drawn together. So again, really focusing on this lovely smooth flow, softness in the wrists, softness in the fingers. Should be no tension at all in the arms. And the hands move with the breath. So it's almost as though you have two open doorways in the palms of your hands. And as you breathe out, the chi is rushing out. And each jet of chi that rushes out of the doorway pushes against the opposite palm and forces it away. So the hands are forcing each other apart, but not with any tension, just with these jets of chi flow working against the other surface. And then as you breathe in, the chi comes back in through the palms and up the arms. So again, not too much thinking about this. Just work with the breath. Observe the motion of the hands in and out. Observe how far apart they want to move. They may want to move very far, or maybe only a tiny bit apart. And just allow the hands to do whatever they naturally feel like doing. So not forcing anything, not making anything happen. Just playing with the chi ball, almost like you're stretching out an elastic band. As you move the hands apart, and then you're squashing a ball, a basketball, as you move the hand in. So observing again, as though you're looking from the outside of your body in. Any sensations, any movements that feel interesting and worth making note of. And again with this, contrast how it feels for you with the eyes open, with the eyes closed, or with the eyes just half open, in that half focus looking down towards the ground. Not forgetting to breathe, using your abdominal breath, and bring a smile to the corners of your mouth. Now the next time the hands come back together, just hold them so that they're a few inches apart from one another, palms facing each other. And now, with your dominant hand, the one that you write with, you're going to move that by circling forwards, hands facing each other, and just drawing a circle in the forwards direction, and observing what you feel on the opposite hand, the one that you're holding still. And the slower you move with these circles, the more you might feel on the opposite hand. It's almost like you're tracing the pathway of the circle. I feel it as a kind of tingly sensation moving around my still hand. And then change the direction. And now you might decide you want to make other shapes. So a good thing to do is to play with it and write your name. So see if you can follow the trace of your name as you write with your dominant hand. It's the still hand that you're observing. And when you've written your name, then just come back to that lovely flow. As you breathe out, the hands separate. As you breathe in, the hands come together. And now, the next time you bring your hands together, just holding them a few inches apart. And remember, for this exercise, which you've done before, you want to keep this chi ball. You don't want to lose the chi now. So the way in which we do that is think of the chi becoming like a fluffy cotton wool ball. And what you're going to do now is just gently push the cotton wool ball in towards Dantian, just gently reabsorbing the chi. Placing one hand on the lower abdomen with the other hand on top. Closing your eyes. Bringing your mind to Dantian. Breathing in, the belly expands. Breathing out, the belly shrinks. And now just allowing your hands to drop down by your sides. Observing any sensations that you might feel in the arms or the hands in particular, but also making a note of anything else in the rest of your body. And now, just working with a little bit of discharging, just a little bit of movement with vibration. So remember for this, just gently bouncing up and down on your knees and being very loose and relaxed. So as you see there, my wrists start to move forwards and backwards and my head starts to nod. So very loose and relaxed with this. The looser you can feel, the better. Letting go of any tension, especially in the buttock area, we'll hold on a lot there. So just releasing there, releasing in the thighs, drop the shoulders down. And thinking as you make this vibrating movement that you're sifting up any waste or turbid chi from deep within the body, bringing it up, vibrating it up to the skin surface. And that's the skin surface on the whole of the body, back, front and sides. And then once you feel as though you've vibrated a little bit up to the surface, what you're going to do is, in your mind's eye, as you breathe out, you're going to see that waste chi disappear off, out the window and far away into the sky. So bringing your mind to the front of your body, first of all, to your face, the whole of the front of the trunk of your body, the fronts of the legs. And the breath is still in and out through the nose. So the next time you breathe out through the nose, with each exhalation, see that waste chi disappearing from the front of the body, away from your body, up into the sky, almost like raindrops leaving the body. Seeing it going away just by this simple movement There should be no forcing with the mind, just observing that happening. And now bring your attention to the right side of your body, all the way down from the head to the toes. And as you vibrate and breathe out, see all the waste chi that you've sifted up to the right side of the body, leaving the surface of the skin and disappearing out towards the sky. And now bring your attention to the left side of the body, all the way from the head down to the feet, and vibrating the waste chi away from the surface of the skin, up and away into the sky. Keeping the movements very relaxed. And now focusing on the back of the body, back of the head, all the way down your back, the buttocks, the backs of the legs, down into the heels. And as you breathe out, see the waste chi leaving the surface of the back of your body with each exhalation. So remember, this charge with vibration method is like taking a shower on the inside, leaving you feeling all clean and refreshed. Okay, now just decreasing that movement now, just coming back to rest, to your resting Qigong stance. Bring the hands together and rubbing them until they get really, really hot. And then placing one palm over each eye, fingers facing up towards the ceiling or the sky. Feeling the heat from your hands going into the eyes, through the backs of your eyes, to nourish the mind. And then to bring yourself back into the room, just gently rubbing the face as you open your eyes. You might even want to go over the top, around the back, the head, into the neck, just to ease any tension you might be feeling in the shoulder. And shaking out the hands. And just for a moment there, just stand with your eyes open, but feel your sense of calm. Feel how quickly you are able to bring yourself back into this lovely, calm place. But at the same time as being really relaxed, you may feel that you find yourself feeling quite energized, quite awake and quite alert, even to look around you, look at things in the room that are a little bit further in the distance. Often people report after the Qigong practice that their vision is brighter, that their senses are enhanced. So that's another really lovely observation to make. It often happens when you're outside. Everything, the colours look more vibrant, everything looks clearer. And really feel that sense of grounding now, that sense of the contact of your feet with the ground or the floor. Feel as though the floor, the ground is supporting you. So that concludes the practice for today. And just to summarize there, it was just a lovely practice of being able to flow one movement into the next and experience the relaxation that you can achieve in quite a short period of time. Not worrying too much about the exact way in which you're moving the body, but just keeping the breath going the whole way through, keeping the smile at the corners of your mouth, and working with this lovely sense of flow and observing that happening rather than making anything happen. So that's the general gist of the lesson today is to not be too concerned about whether you're doing a movement correctly or not. It's good to know the ins and outs and the theory about exactly why you're moving in a certain way. But once you've learned all of that, it's also really good then to just let all of that go and just move in a way which feels really natural for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson today. As always, if you have any questions, you can contact me, janice@spacetorelax.com by email, or you can ask me a question in the Facebook group, which is Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. And as I mentioned to you before, I am taking donations for my classes. They are free, but if you'd like to donate, I'll put the donation link next to this video in the replay. And thank you so much to all of you who've already donated. As most of you know, I'm giving half of the proceeds to our local nurses in the ICU ward here in Kerry, in the hospital, and the other half will go towards the upkeep of my website. So thank you so much to those of you already. You've been very generous. So I look forward to seeing you in the next class, which will be on Thursday.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn some more Qigong from me, then you can do 3 things. The first thing is you can sign up for my free 3-part Qigong video series, which will be delivered to your email over the course of around a week. And you'll find the link to sign up for that on my homepage, on my website, which is spacetorelax.com. The second thing you can do is sign up and join me for the Zoom live classes, which are on Tuesday mornings and Thursday afternoons, and they'll be for the duration of COVID-19. So I'll put the link next to this video somewhere either below or above, so you can sign up and join me there. And the third thing you can do if you're watching this video on YouTube is hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. If you did enjoy this video, then please share it with your family and friends. Hopefully they'll join in and have some fun with practicing Qigong too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.